It's just another options Monday. Oh, oh, it's gonna be a fun day. Yeah, yeah. On this Monday, September 11th. Don't ever forget. We will never forget September 11th. All of those of us that lived directly through it. What a crazy time that was. I remember it specifically. In fact, I was putting my tie on, getting ready to go to the office because back in the day, in my little real estate business, I used to wear a suit and tie every day for several years. I know that seems crazy now when you think about how casual real estate is, but I was tying my tie, and old Sparkle Barbie, she called me because she had just dropped off the girls at the babysitter's house. Old Peggy Sue, she was wonderful. Peggy and Dave's house, those kids of ours, all three of them were watched there. Very fortunate to have somebody like Peggy. She called me and said, turn on the TV, any channel. And as they say, the rest is history. I wanted to start today with you on this September 11th of the 20 and the 23 on the Mayan calendar, 1:11 Central Standard Time here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Your new best friend in stocks, options, and dividends, Bart Divvy. Wanted to show you what went on last week as far as trades are concerned on my end. We did have a number of trades we made. UPS 162 strike, 3 contracts on the puts, collected $180 on that. Had some Pepsi puts. United Health calls at 47.50. We have Canadian Solar. We have 4 contracts at $27. Caterpillar, it went down. I thought it was an unreasonable amount of dollar bills, so I went ahead and sold a put contract on that, and that turned out to be exactly what happened. Caterpillar was down for no reason on that particular day. Amazon 134 puts, Johnson & Johnson 9. I did buy 9. This is an energy company, 500 shares at $4.63. In fact, today I do have on the board already a trade. I sold 5 call contracts on the 9. But we'll get to that when we get to today's trades. Starbucks got some of those on the board. Wynn Resorts, more puts there. CRISPR, you know how I feel about the CRISPR, undervalued. So we had $49 puts on CRISPR. Gilead Sciences, we had 3 contracts at $76, and it ended up closing the week at exactly $76, but the owner of those shares did not assign them to me. I kind of wish they did, because I would be collecting 300 more shares of dividends locking in this week on Thursday, because now Gilead is up today, up above the 76. So that would have been Tuesday, because Monday the market was closed. On Wednesday, September 6th, we had some more Canadian Solar, Johnson & Johnson. I don't know why. I guess maybe the stock kept falling. Okay, those were 2 separate weeks, I see. So one was an expiration of Friday. So last Wednesday, I sold that just to close a couple days later and collected $43. And then we do have one that is expiring this Friday for $105. Google put at 134, Apple put at 180, and I ended up rolling that. We'll get to that. Enphase at 120, rolled that as well. All told on these 2 days. So on Tuesday, I collected $1,138 in premium. Wednesday, 432. Thursday, we had another Apple, because Apple kept falling on news that the Chinese government said, hey, no, you cannot have your Apple phones in government buildings. So Apple was like, woo, woo, woo. And since then, it has been recovering, but we did put another 175 on the board. NVIDIA, we sold a put for 435 that expires this Friday. So it is under pressure as we speak. Albemarle had an up and a down. It went back up because, we made some money on it a couple weeks ago with some puts. And then it went from there all the way up to 200 and then back downtown to Chinatown to, I want to say, low 180s. We sold a 177.50 put, and now it's back up just a little bit more. So we're doing good there. Enphase sold 3 more put contracts on that for 115, expiring this Friday for $309 collected. And then Block, aka Square, 3 put contracts for $53 there. Tesla, 245 put We put it on 9/7 and it expired on 9/8, and we still collected $72. Did well there. Let's scroll up here, get my head out of the way, because we did buy 500 shares of Coca-Cola last Thursday for $58.36 a share. Two reasons for that. One is Coca-Cola will lock in another dividend on Thursday of this week. And I just felt it was at 58.36. It was a little bit underpriced. A lot of people still think it's overpriced, but I've been watching that all year and I've made some money on Coca-Cola, as you've witnessed. So I felt at 58.36, it was a pretty good number. And in fact, do I have Coke on the board? I don't think I do. Oh yeah, I do. Over here, it's currently at 58.89. So I did sell some call options on that today, some covered calls. Canadian Solar, we bought 100 shares of that for $25.83. And then we also put 4 more contracts on the board at $25. Those expire this Friday. And we collected $1,030 total in premium on Thursday. On Friday, back to the Apple, we rolled that original put that we had. We rolled it. It was a 180. We rolled it out and down to 175 and still collected $10 for doing so. So that expires this Friday. Then we have this UVXY. This is basically a futures on the VIX, and we rolled that to 1350, collected $48 for doing so. We rolled it down from $14, and then UPS we rolled down and out as well. It was at 162.50, rolled that to 160, expiring this Friday, collected $90 for doing so. Enphase, we rolled that 120 we had down to 115 and still collected $42. Quiet Riot, come on, feel some noise. We had we put 10 contracts on the board at $9.50, collected $90 for doing so. And on Sofi, we added 10 more put contracts as well. That though, those don't expire. It's an $8 strike. They expire at the end of the month. Collected $170 there. So why do I have Coke on here twice? So that's a mistake. Mm-hmm. Or did I? Oh, I did. I bought 500 more shares. You son of a gun. You like that sugar water? So I did on Friday buy 500 more shares of Coca-Cola, this time at 58.14. So it had gone down even more. And I thought, hey, I'll just take some more. And then also I thought Block, aka Square, was a little undervalued at 52.97. What are they doing? Oh, they're at 54.14. So I need to sell covered calls on those today. So that's very nice. And we have the one contract of Square on the board at we rolled that $53 strike to close or to expire this Friday. Amazon, we rolled our 135 call out to 136, collected big bucks, $6 for doing so. But again, we added $100 in the value of that asset for share appreciation, hopefully into our pockets, because Amazon right now, it's trading at what? Where you at, Amy? Where you at, Bezos? Why don't I have him on my board there on Trading View? Anyway, I know they're over $140. Do I have Amazon here, or is that AMD? Oh, that's Albemarle. There's AMD. Man, I really wanted to trade AMD earlier today when they were like at 103.50. And I just waited too long. Now they're almost at 105. There's Amazon. Amazon at 142.39. Hello. So that call is underwater. So we'll still try to roll it and increase the value, increase the strike price, and collect any amount of money in doing so. We rolled the calls on Merck out another week. Starbucks, we rolled the 3 contracts, the put contracts at $96. Tesla, we rolled our call. We had a 250 call on the board and we rolled it out and up to 250, collecting $323. But man, if you're following Tesla today, it's up $25 to 273.57 because they got a big upgrade from one of the analysts out there. That's not funny. One of the analysts out there. So Valero, it's mooning on us, as you know. It's at like what today? 143.33. No, 143.39. So Valero just been on a run. We're trying to keep up. We can't. because we've got the 132s on the board. So we just rolled them again, but we were paid well to do so, $950. We rolled the win. Were we at 96 and we rolled down to 95? Where's the win at? Where are you at, win? No, we kept the 95. So it was at 95. We kept the 95 because I think it's going up. We should check it today just to see what it's doing, to see if our thesis is correct. Been watching Smuckers all day today. In fact, I've picked up a couple hundred shares of Smuckers. And also sold some puts on Smuckers today because they are buying Hostess. Who doesn't like a frozen ho-ho? Buy a box of ho-hos, put them in the freezer, get them out, and thank me. So, or some Twinkies. Everybody likes cupcakes, Twinkies, and ho-hos. Smuckers said, hey, you know what? We're just going to buy you. So they bought them. Shareholders and investors were like, I don't know. You may have overpaid. So it's downtown today at 131.63. In fact, I paid what? I paid 132.04. So it's still going down since I bought it. And I sold 130 puts expiring Friday, and it's already at 131.63. So those are under pressure, but I still, when I look at the chart, I mean, look at this. This is the 1 year on Smuckers, right? Up to like 161 or no, like 162, but the lowest was 136 and it's currently at 131.76. So I felt pretty confident with Smuckers, and who doesn't like jelly, right? So a lot of sugar highs to be had by that company. What else were we going to look at? We're going to look at Win. We want to see Win above 95. No, it's a strong sell. Click off, click off. It's at 95.06. So it is struggling there for us, but it is up 35 cents today. So we got that going for us. CRISPR, we rolled the call there, but we did roll the 50 call out to the 51. And in doing so, still collected $45. And that was a big day. We collected $2,408. But for the 4-day week, we did put 100 contracts in play. So a very busy week. Let's add up what that 4 days did for us premium wise. I think it's over $5,000. So there's 2,408, 1,030, and for a third of two, and 1138. So we're at $5,008 in the 4 days of trading last week. Some sweet premium there. And the trades don't look too bad. Most of them did very well. Got a couple that are under pressure, but we're sitting pretty. Had a great week. Had a phenomenal weekend. Told you we were going to a friend's lake house over in Hamilton, Indiana, right outside of, or right in essentially in Angola, Indiana. That's northeast Indiana. My brother and sister-in-law joined us as well. So the six of us just had an absolute blast. Good times had by all. So that is where we are last week. That's where the trades are. I wanted to give you an update on that. I'd like to provide that update for you weekly because what it does for me is it helps me stay up to date on my spreadsheets on an ongoing basis because, as you know, I like to probably trade way too many companies, but I enjoy it. I enjoy reading about them, studying them, making moves. One of my favorite moves is what went on today, and that was with Smuckers. Now, it could turn out to be terrible, like it was, like Target has not worked out for me. But so many times we've been able to catch companies that have made what I felt an inappropriate bounce to the downside, bounce down into the red. And a number of times we've done very well with those types of trades. I've got my eye on Smuckers still, just in case it continues to go down. If it gets crazy, I might add another 100 shares. I don't want to just keep trying in case it is a falling knife. I don't believe it is. Devon Energy, I did add 100 shares today at what? I added 100 shares at $50.46. Currently still, I think, on sale at $50.57 right now. And it does pay a dividend, or you're going to lock in a dividend this week if you get involved. It'll be Thursday for Devon. So I think Devon is undervalued, and you'll find out very soon because oil and energy is going to do great for the rest of the year. Again, it might have a little dip, but other than that, it's going to be mooning on us, despite what our government wants to tell us and all the efforts we're making to go green. Oil is still involved in our day-to-day lives. So that's where we are beginning. Got a bunch of trades on the board already today, most of which are calls. So I don't know if I told you, when did I buy those shares of Pepsi? Was that this day? I don't have it on there. I don't know if I told you about my recent Pepsi purchases or not, but I did sell some calls on that today. So I'll go through all those with you as well, probably today. We'll see. If not, it'll be first thing tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, comment, and I swear to you, I will see you in the next video.